Hi there. In this video, we're going to take a look at configuring the network services in your new Omnilert account. The network services are all of the various endpoints you can connect to in Omnilert. The configuration is found on the Network tab, and as a super administrator, you need to configure these first before you can send anything. Let's take a look at configuring some basic services. For example, let's set up email. Right now we have no services enabled, so we need to enable email first. Let's click Configure, and here we see email is currently inactive. Let's make it active. Let's also make it a default so that email is chosen every time we send a message. Here we go. Email will show up as green in our live network status. Excellent. Now let's talk about text messaging. Number 6 on our list here is SMS. We'll click Configure, and now we want to turn on our texting services and also make them a default. When I say Save Status, here we go. SMS is enabled. But I saw there were some other settings in there. Let's take a look at them. If I go back and click Configure again, now I can change the default settings here. What if I don't want FR, subject, and MSG in my outgoing texts? Well, I can remove those headers just like that. Update my configuration, and they're gone. Other services you can configure are things like voice. If I click Configure on voice, you'll see it's not active. Well, let's make it active. I'm going to leave it as a default, sure. Click Save Status, and oh no, it shows up in red. Any status that is in red, you can hold your mouse over it and see what's wrong. We're missing the caller ID. That's easy to fix. Click Configure on voice, and we can see our caller ID hasn't been filled in. So let's fill that in. You would fill this in with whatever you want your recipients to see as your caller ID. Obviously, you wouldn't use a 555 number. We're not in a movie. And let's let our users edit their own voice subscriptions. And if we want to have them press a button to repeat, we can choose that here. I'm going to choose 9. Has a good ring to it. Finally, I'll click Update Configuration. And there we go. The voice service is happy, and we can send that now. And I can just repeat this for each of these individual services, even social media like Facebook and Twitter. They're very easy to configure, and each page has its own settings.